Check one.
All right, good afternoon. It is Monday, October 27th, 2025, at about just after 3 p.m. And we are calling to order the Local Agency Formation Commission of Monterey County for our regular meeting. We're here in the Monterey County Government Center Board Chambers in Salinas, California. And let's call our meeting to order with a roll call.
Thank you, Commissioner. Chair. Commissioner Kate Daniels.
Present.
Commissioner Matt Gorley. Commissioner David Kong.
Here.
Commissioner Chad Lindley.
Here.
Commissioner Ian Oglesby.
Here.
Vice Chair Mary Ann Leffel is excused absent, sorry. Chair Wendy Root Askew. Yeah, Commissioner Vice Chair Leffel is remote.
Just a note, I'm looking on Zoom. I do not see her, but she did mention her intention to participate remotely.
Thank you. Commissioner Donahue. Commissioners with excused absences, Commissioner Mike Bickle, Commissioner Chris Lopez, and Commissioner Ana Velasquez. We have quorum, Chair.
Okay, fantastic. And I think Commissioner Leffel is hoping to attend remotely under, Just Cause. So when she does log in, we'll make that announcement and go through that process with our attorney. So with that, we will stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. And if we could have Darren lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, if you wouldn't mind. All right. Pledge to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, do we have anyone here for public comment for items that are within the jurisdiction of this LAFCO but not already on the agenda? There's no one in chambers approaching the dais. Is there anyone online? Don't see anyone online. So we'll move on to our special business. We have one item on special business today to adopt a special recognition for our principal analyst, Darren McBain, from meritorious service to the Local Agency Formation Commission of Monterey County. I'm going to have, okay, perfect. But I am going to have, we have one action to adopt a ceremonial resolution to that point. So I'm going to open it up to the board first to take action on that. Do we have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, we have a motion from Gorley, a second from Oglesby. Is there any public comment on this action? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none, passed unanimously, and we will move forward. We have a special presentation. And should we go down to the front to do that? Would you like to join me?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
Test.
All right. Actually, Kate, I'm going to let you read our plaque here.
Oh, okay, thank you. Well, Darren, we're here gathered today to honor you for your service, and on behalf of our commission, the staff, and the communities that we serve. Our commission has just adopted this resolution citing your meritorious service and expressing appreciation to you. Whereas Darren McBain served with distinction as principal analyst to the Local Agency Formation Commission from July 2013 through October 2025, working to encourage the orderly growth of local government agencies to preserve agricultural lands, to discourage urban sprawl, and to ensure the efficient delivery of local government services. And whereas Darren encouraged public participation and touched many lives and hearts through 3 decades of public service, which included approximately 1 year with the County of Santa Clara, 12 years with the City of San Jose, 1.5 years with the Fort Ord Reuse Authority, and 12 years with LAFCO of Monterey County. And whereas during your tenure as principal analyst, you provided valuable contributions to LAFCO and the communities of Monterey County through preparing and presenting significant and sphere of influence studies and annexation proposals, such as Greenfield's South End, Marina Coast Water District, and Carmel Area Wastewater District. And whereas the Commission expresses its sincere gratitude and appreciation to Darren for his outstanding contributions to the goals and ideals of the Commission in preparing, presenting, and facilitating the Commission's consideration and adoption of policies, including the award-winning 2024 Agricultural Preservation Policy Amendment, managing LAFCO's digital archiving project, resulting in the conversion of more than 60 years of hard copy records, and streamlining LAFCO's processes, applications, and reports. And whereas throughout his career, Darren personified exemplary public service through unwavering integrity, commitment, and dedication to LAFCO and the communities and local agencies that we serve, always sensible to the needs of each community, continually mentoring and extending his knowledge and expertise to colleagues, always exuding prudence, professionalism, ethical behavior, fairness, amiability, strategic thinking, and a good sense of humor. Now, therefore, be it found, ordered, and declared that the Commission offers its infinite gratitude and expresses its most sincere appreciation to Darren for his indelible contributions, immeasurable service, and steadfast dedication to LAFCO, to the people of Monterey County, and wishes him many additional rewarding years in his retirement. So, on behalf of our commission and our chair, for you. Thank you. And this actually is for Anastasia. So you get the flowers in recognition of all of the support you and your family have given to Darren through a lot of long weekends and weeknights of working hard and seeing him through difficult times. So thank you. And we have a card and gift certificate in there on behalf of all of our commission and staff. So, thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Kate and staff and Madam Chair and members of the commission. I guess that's the last time I'll be able to say that. And thank you very much for sharing this moment with me here today. Really, it means a lot. And I would just like to say how grateful I am for this opportunity to assist you in supporting this commission's work for the last 12 years. It's been a very great honor and privilege and a pleasure, and I really appreciate it. And it's been a very much like the capstone of my career to support this commission and the work that is done here in providing for an orderly government structure and for orderly growth and development of communities and protecting our vital agricultural resources here in Monterey County. And I think the work that this commission does is very much in support of keeping Monterey County an extraordinary corner of the world for all of us, to live, work, and play and to raise a family. And I'm just very grateful to have been part of that for these last 12 years. And basically, I wish you all continued success and happiness for many years to come. So, thank you.
Yeah, could we do a photo with everyone? There's like a mark on the floor right here. It's the center.
That's what that mark is for.
Pretty even, we're in there. Great photography. All right. Go team. Congratulations.
Go enjoy.
All right, that's wonderful. Very, very
Let me take that out of you. Congratulations. Thank you for all
Thank
what
you,
you've
Mr.
done
Mayor.
for
I
us.
appreciate that.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I didn't get a chance to really, but what you've done for us is so wonderful.
You'll see me around. I'm not going anywhere until it's feet first.
I gotta focus myself. I have no control. I do not.
Thanks. Thank you for helping me hold
I know,
that
it's,
thing.
I was like, it's really heavy. I realized, I was like, oh, I should have. All right. It's not every day that you have the opportunity to do work that leaves such a lasting impression on a community, and the work that LAFCO planners are able to do, especially here over the last 10 years in Monterey County, the work that our LAFCO staff and our LAFCO planners have done, really, it is the kind of work that is legacy work that leaves generational impact on a community. And Darren, you will be missed, but the work that you've done here in Monterey County truly will have impact on generations of future Monterey County residents. And we thank you for what you've given to us. So thank you. Wishing you the absolute best in your retirement. So yeah, thank you. All right. With that, we will move on. We have our consent agenda items 2 through 8. Did I get that right? 2 through 8. Is there anyone who would like to pull or comment on a consent agenda item?
I'll pull 7 just because I have a...
Pull item number 7. All right, for comment or as a separate vote?
No, just for a quick comment.
For quick comment, okay.
Just through the chair, if do we have any commentary on where they're at with their process?
I can address that.
Yeah, great. Let's go
All
ahead
right,
and
Chair. Thank
comment.
you.
And
Yes, we enclosed, I believe it is enclosed on page 82, 83, and 84 of your agenda packet is the letter of request from Megan Hunter, city manager. And she expresses in there the city's status of continuing to work towards a development agreement, their intention to execute appropriate agricultural mitigation. So that's the basis for her request for a further 1-year time extension.
So the land they had, it's because they did have it locked up, didn't they?
My understanding over the past week, my understanding now is that this property is for sale. That's new information to us. And it's also my understanding that the option that this, the current landowner has for a conservation site, that may be expiring in coming months. And so there are a lot of transitions happening with respect to this project. But even with all of that new information, I believe that the city is acting in good faith to carry out the terms and conditions that are required by this commission prior to actually recording an annexation. So the city is still moving ahead.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
great. Any other commissioners wish to pull or comment on any consent item? Any public comment on our consent agenda? Seeing no one in chambers, is there anyone online who wishes to comment on the consent?
Chair Askew, no hands are raised on Zoom.
Okay, with that, I'm happy to entertain a motion for the consent agenda.
One moment, I just saw a hand raised on Zoom.
Okay, we have a motion from Gorley. Did I hear a second? A second from Donahue. We'll take a public comment from Zoom, and we'll put 2 minutes on the timer. And if you could just speak as to which item number you're commenting on.
So it's Paul Moncrief, just talking about the ag mitigation. That property is not for sale. It's Kate said the property is for sale, is not.
Okay, the comment on item number 7.
Yeah, hi, it's Paul Moncrief. Katie said that her information was the mitigation property was for sale. It is not.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That wasn't my intention. We understand that the subject annexation property has been placed for sale as of last week.
Yeah. My mistake. I apologize.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comment on the consent agenda? All right, seeing none, we have a motion and a second. All in favor of the consent calendar? Aye. Any opposed? All right, consent is approved. We'll move on to item number 9, which is old business, continued from the June 23rd, 2025 meeting. This would be adoption of the resolution amending the 2025 Municipal Service Review with Sphere of Influence study for community services districts. That was the Pajaro, Sunny Mesa, Castroville, East Garrison, Ocean View Plaza, Pebble Beach, and Spreckles CSDs, and the Spreckles Veterans Memorial District to reincorporate Santa Lucia Community Services District into the study. And there's a few recommended actions included, and we'll start with a report from the executive officer, from our executive officer.
Thank you. And Jonathan will actually be presenting the report. Thank you.
Chair and Commissioners, at our June meeting, as part of the motion to approve the Community Services Districts and Spreckles Veterans Memorial District study, the motion included pausing on the Santa Lucia Community Services District to allow that district and the Monterey County Regional Fire District to coordinate and review the language describing the fire protection and emergency medical services for that district. So since that meeting, both districts have met and have agreed on some revised language for that description. In general terms, the agreement and the understanding between the two districts and now in the description is that Monterey County Regional Fire District provides the service directly for the emergency response, for providing staffing, equipment, administration, and other essential resources. And the Santa Lucia CSD provides the indirect fire protection service, and that's by furnishing the physical facilities, collecting a special tax used to contract with Monterey County Regional for supplemental fire service. They also manage the fuel reduction activities, manage defensible space planning, maintaining fuel breaks, and supporting a community emergency response team. So we have the revised description attached to this resolution, and the resolution would reincorporate this district's into the study. And staff is available with any questions.
All right, do we have any questions from the commission? Is that a hand from Kate?
Yes, please. Through the chair, so if you could just remind me, since we're going back in time, what was the issue with the original description and why we asked for it to come back and what we're trying to accomplish with the update?
Yes, so back in June when we provided the packet to our list of our special districts and the cities and the county staff, Monterey County Regional had some questions about this description, just because it was, a paragraph versus what we now have is about three paragraphs. Mm-hmm. So it did roughly describe the service, but did not go into the detail that I just went into of a direct service provision by Monterey County Regional, followed up by an indirect service provision by the Community Services District. So that's the main difference here. We've gone into much more detail and provided the opportunity for both districts to coordinate.
And just follow up then, both the Santa Lucia Community Services District and Regional Fire Protection District have worked together to put this language together.
Yes, with LAFCO staff. So we proposed and they made a few tweaks to this.
Great, thank you.
Any other comments, questions from the commission? Seeing none, any comments, questions, any public comment from anyone online?
Chair, no hands are raised on Zoom.
No hands are raised on Zoom. Okay, and we have one back to the commission.
Just a quick comment. I would say when you're looking at these documents, is it correct to say this is those districts' words, right? This is their documents. We're stamping off on it, but it's not like we're putting words in their mouth. This is their agreement, and they agreed to this document. This is their document. This is their governing document, right? Governing document.
The study itself is LAFCO's document, but we are describing their relationship in our document.
Okay. Well, I guess just to be clear then, they agree with it, right? There's nothing we're saying in our study that they objected to.
They agreed to this language.
Okay. Thank you for my clarification.
Great, thank you. And so it sounds like we need to take some action on this item. There's some recommended actions as outlined in our agenda, and I'm happy to entertain a motion to that effect.
I'll go with the staff resolution to adopt the resolution amending the 2025 Municipal Service Review and Sphere of Influence Study.
Okay, we have a motion from Daniel, second from Oglesby, and is that, just to clarify, that's recommended actions as outlined in item 1 through 4?
Yes,
or
I'm going to go
1
with the
through-
staff recommendation.
Okay, got it. Just make sure we're clear. And the second holds? Yes. Okay, fantastic. All in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No opposed. All right, passed unanimously. We can move on to our new business. Item number 10 is to receive a status report on activities of the California Association of Local Agency Formation Commissions. And this is to accept a report for information only. And I am going to pass that to our executive officer.
All right. Thank you, Chair. And in addition to Chair Wendy Root Askew attending the meeting, Commissioner Oglesby and Commissioner Kong were also there, as well as our General Counsel, Jonathan and myself. And so it was, the reports that are coming back is that it was a very successful conference. Our chair here moderated a general session on farmland preservation and city growth issues with 5 panelists from around the state, and that was very well received. So I wanted to thank you for your great help on that. And both Darren and Jonathan had worked very hard since July in putting that together with the support and assistance of our chair. I also want to report another highlight, and that is that our LAFCO chair is now chair of the entire statewide organization. This past Friday morning, Chair Askew was unanimously elected as chair. She was promoted from vice chair to chair of CalLAFCO for the next year. So there's a lot of responsibilities with that, in part because that statewide organization is still undergoing a lot of change. And in the next year, it will undergo governance changes in the dues structure, and also efforts to bring back a half a dozen LAFCOs that have left CalLAFCO during the past year. So there's a lot of repair work that has been going on. A lot of improvements have taken place. The membership voted last Thursday to support all of the work that had been done so far, and to give a roadmap for the CalLAFCO board for the next year. So perhaps any of you might have additional comments from the conference.
I'll just add a few additional things. In addition to where farmland meets the front porch workshop, which was the general session, I couldn't have done it. Jonathan and Darren really did a tremendous amount of work to pull together what I think was a productive session and conversation that really, for me, got at the heart of, I think, some of the bigger challenges the state is facing in terms of how do we confront the tension between we need to protect farmland, and also we need to build housing. And across the state, counties are struggling with, we split up our RENA numbers between counties and cities. And so now counties are saying, where do we put, unincorporated counties are saying, where do we put our RENA? And so they're planning to either put their RENA housing out in the middle of unincorporated areas where there are no services, there's no transit, there's no functional water or fire or services, or they're putting those RENA numbers right up against the borders of cities, where the cities are saying, whoa, wait a second, we've done very intentional planning to build out our city and our city services so that we have infill development, and the county is now putting housing right up against the edge of the city. That's not what, we wouldn't have planned it that way. We're not the only ones struggling with that here in Monterey County. It's happening across the state. And so there are these very real challenges that we're all facing. There was a really phenomenal keynote speaker that Kate mentioned in her memo, David Marquette. But the concept of intent-based leadership is one that I thought was something we're talking about regularly in our office, those concepts, and he put words to the concept. So if you are interested in that, it's something worth, I think, looking up, intent-based leadership. Yeah. And then I also just wanted to call out Kate is beloved among her peers and is working with some of her peers on developing a mentor program. And so I heard from a lot of folks who were very excited about working with Kate and Jonathan and others on the mentor program. So in our packet, I think it's on, I'm not sure what page it's on, page 108, there's a full 9-month action plan that the Cal LAFCO and across the state, they're working on. We are collectively working on in terms of coming together to continue creating value for LAFCOs. And so check that out, see if there's anything that you're interested in. And I'll just also mention the next conference is in Sacramento next October. So that'll be my year as chair, and I'd love to have you all come and join us for that conference. So mark your calendars now. It would be great to have everyone present for that conference. Yeah, any other comments from those who were there, other than our flight back was the only downside for me, but go ahead, okay. Commissioner.
So, let me ask this before I guess I forget. Your term starts now, right? Yeah, but okay, it's just you'll be hosting a conference as the leader. I just wanted to highlight that because I wanted to say first that for me, I appreciate the handful of years, and you know better than me how many dedicated years it took you to get to the leadership position and then being voted in. So I appreciate that, and it's always good to have local leaders in charge of these state agencies. So, but my point is, I know it wasn't easy to get there. So I thank you for doing the work to get there, right? And it was a lot of breakout sessions, a lot of time well spent. I think it, starts first thing in the morning and it ends kind of late, but it's a lot of good information that was put out, and so it was a good place to be, just to hone some of your skills and understanding about LAFCO issues. So it was time well spent. Thank you.
I'll just add to that. I thought that our time as a group, when we were having our meals, was a great time of bonding and getting to know each other even more than we do here. Also, I met some wonderful people from all over the state, and during our breakfasts and lunches, and And they were telling me all their troubles, and I said, maybe we're not so bad compared to the other LAFCO. So, yes, I was telling them. So I said, good luck to your work for the next year. So, thank you.
Great. Any other comments to share from staff who attended? Reed, that's you. Jonathan, any comments to share?
I greatly appreciate the opportunity to attend this year. There's an attorney conference roundtable that occurs. It's not always exciting, but it was actually very exciting this year. We had a lot of good topics and a lot of good discussion. So thanks to the commission for making this one of the things that you guys have chosen for your staff to do. I do think it is valuable to help build those relationships and to hear other war stories and examples of how people have accomplished what they've accomplished in different environments. So thank you.
I also would just reflect the sessions were very valuable to staff to see how other LAFCOs in the state are evolving over time. There was one session about technology, including AI and different systems that several different LAFCOs were actually using, and so I thought that was a nice look into the future of what LAFCOs are doing. So I also appreciate that the general session. I thought our chair was masterful in being a moderator, along with the panelists, and they had a great rapport amongst each other. The other panelists, just wanted to mention, they included Yolo County, Santa Barbara County, Alameda County, Contra Costa County, and Butte County. So, and yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, just to say that I enjoyed the conference, and your session as an ex-elected left me. It was really thought-provoking, and I just did work over the weekend on a lot of the points that you brought up in your discussion. So it was fun, and I enjoyed. I just enjoyed it all. So thank you.
Great. All right. Well, yeah, please.
I was just curious if I could ask a question about some of the things that come up. First of all, congratulations on becoming the chair. That's amazing. But bringing up the interface between the housing elements and the sites that have been chosen by counties, unincorporated sites, and the relationship with cities, I'm just curious about LAFCO's mandate and whether or not the counties that you conversed with, that you engaged with, are they finding success in this interplay between the housing elements and sites being identified and the preservation goals, or are they capitulating? I mean, what did you see in terms of that conversation from other counties as you presented that panel?
So I think it's more of a this is new ground. In some ways, it's new ground for LAFCO to be sort of collectively talking about, is sort of what I was hearing. And like, how do we have these conversations in ways that are structured and meaningful and fair? Mm-hmm. There was one community in Santa Barbara where, or many communities where they've put urban growth boundaries in place or citizens initiatives in place to limit growth, and how have those citizens initiatives become controlled where growth has happened or forced density into places where maybe you want density, and then some cases where you don't want density. But how has it forced the hand of the legislators, us? But then thinking, like, what is the role of LAFCO in all of this versus the role of citizen-driven initiatives to determine where growth happens or where growth doesn't happen? And is there a way that LAFCO, or should LAFCO be taking a more proactive role in how growth is determined, or should that be up to citizens? And where does the state, or will the state be stepping in to tell us what to do? So we say we want local control, and then we have local control, but how are we using that local control? And if we don't use that local control in a way that's going to actually cause the housing to be developed in a way that's responsible, will the state then come in and take that local control away from us? So it's kind of this push and pull, and it's so different in each community. So do we need more spaces to be able to listen to how did it play out in one community? Did it play out the way that people thought it would play out, or has it played out differently in different communities? And I think there's also this reality of the conversation that we have around single-family homes versus infill development and higher density development. And maybe I'm taking more liberty in saying this, but the conversation in so many of the spaces that I was in kept coming back to single-family homes as being the only way for families to generate generational wealth. And so the tension also between single-family homes as a way to generate generational wealth versus higher density housing, taking that opportunity away from, where there's all of these tensions that are in existence. But really the fundamental question was, what is the role for LAFCO to play in a more proactive way? Or is there a role that LAFCO should be playing more proactively in communities rather than just waiting for applications to come to us? Should we or could we be looking at our entire maps? Alameda County is doing mapping. They're more urbanized, but they're doing mapping and taking a look at sort of what the overall sort of state of all of their jurisdictions are and where housing is being planned, and kind of trying to think more proactively. And there could be things for us to think about. What role do we want our LAFCO to play within the bounds of what we're allowed to do? So no real answers, but some opportunities maybe, and some tensions that are only going to become stronger over the future. So long answer with no answer. So yeah, but something I think we all grapple with, and it really caused me to think more about what should we or where can we go with our LAFCO. So with all of that, is there any public comment on this item? We are just getting a status report on Cal LAFCO.
Chair, no hands are raised on Zoom.
All right, any other last minute comments, questions? Okay. Well, definitely opportunities for more conversation about what can our LAFCO be doing, what should our LAFCO be doing, and as we have capacity and gaps in between applications coming to us, are there conversations that our LAFCO can be doing to make sure that we're thinking proactively about how we can be engaged proactively in planning within the requirements of LAFCO responsibility. With that, we'll bring it back to the executive officer communications.
Thank you, Chair. The last page of our agenda packet contains an update on two of our activities. One is the status of recruitment to fill a current analyst position vacancy. We anticipate extending an employment offer to a candidate in the next week, and hope to be able to announce that new analyst at your next meeting on December 1st. The second item is an update having to do with Santa Cruz LAFCO. That's the responsible agency for the new healthcare district that straddles Monterey County, Santa Cruz County lines. Santa Cruz LAFCO has been drafting their first municipal service review and sphere of influence study for that district, and very kindly asked our LAFCO to be involved in reviewing it at the internal draft level, administrative draft level. We then, with Santa Cruz LAFCO's help, circulated that to two of our two healthcare districts, and one of those, Salinas Valley Health, did provide a formal set of comments last week to Santa Cruz LAFCO requesting some changes in the study that had pertained to Salinas Valley Health. And today, Joe Serrano from Santa Cruz LAFCO informed that healthcare district here in Monterey that all of those edits had been accepted and will be part of the public draft that is going to be issued in coming days. So we appreciate the cooperation of Santa Cruz LAFCO in working with Monterey, LAFCO, and our affected districts as part of their study process. And that concludes my executive officer report. Thank you.
Any comments or questions for Kate? Any public comment on this item?
Chair, no hands are raised on Zoom.
All right. Thank you for your report, Kate. We can then move on to commissioner comments. Any commissioner comments over here? Any commissioner comments over here? All right. Any board? Okay. We'll close commissioner comments, and I think we have. We'll adjourn to closed session. Do we need to? Can we adjourn from closed session? Okay, we'll be adjourning from closed session, and our next meeting is scheduled for Monday, December 1st, 2025 at 3 p.m. right here in the Monterey County Government Center. All right.
What's on closed session? What we're talking about? And there's
Oh, well, we have,
comment?
well, I'll let our, yeah, thank you. We'll report that out. All you read. Oh, do you need it? Here.
No, it's okay. Wanted to make sure I accurately cited the section, but the commission will be meeting to section Government Code 54957 regarding public employment and public employee performance evaluation for the executive officer.
No public comment?
Any public comment on closed session?
Chair, no hands are raised on Zoom.
Thank you. With that, we'll adjourn from closed session.